Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Final game of the season. This is the first time I've done this. First time I've done this. Man City versus Fulham watch along. I'm only doing this because it's the final game of the season and we could possibly get Champions League. So yeah, Man City versus Fulham watch along. If there is any people watching this, please put in the chat what do you think, or what do you think the score will be today. Wilson and Pereira replace Bassi, Berg, Emil Smith-Rowe and Alex Iwobi. So the Fulham side is Leno in goal, a back four of Tete, Anderson, Cuenca and Robinson. Kearney in his final game here, is and Lukic will hold with Traore, Pereira and Wilson. Very well. Supporting Raul Jimenez up front, and of course we will keep our eye on the games involving the other clubs chasing the Champions League places this afternoon. United against Villa, Newcastle against Everton.
Hello, and thank you for listening to BBC Local Radio on the internet. Unfortunately, the current programme on this station is unavailable. This is either due to contractual reasons or a temporary technical fault. Please try again.
So, again, what do you think the scoreline for Manchester City versus Fulham will be today?
/sport commentaries for details. For the latest news and information from where you live, please visit bbc.co.uk/England.
I see us getting 3 points today. If we play like how we did it on Tuesday, I see us winning. Right, we've kicked off. Here we go. What can we go, lads?
Kearney starts, could well be his last appearance at Fulham club. And Lukic in midfield alongside him. Wilson, Pereira, Traore, Jimenez, and then Ederson, Diaz, Akanji, Varnell, City across the back four. Then you've got Gonzalez and Gundogan holding it down in midfield with Silva, Marmoush, and Doku supporting Haaland. No Kevin De Bruyne as a starter, no Jack Grealish at all. If we're getting a lull in proceedings, we can no doubt discuss that myself, Tom and James, as the game goes on. But we have, James, a last day feel. It always adds drama and a bit of excitement because everything happens at once, which is such a...
Sorry for the no sound, don't know what's going on there. I'll quickly find something there.
With my move.
The future is uncertain, but they'll want to end the season on a high and qualify for the Champions League for the next one. Yeah, you'd like to think they'll have enough quality, but of course Fulham have upset a few big boys this year, especially at home. They've had some knocking results that certainly surpassed expectations of a lot of people who believe they would be a relegation candidate.
I'll have a look. If there ain't, I'll just have to stick with wildcard and gut. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll just have to stick with wildcard. The commentary will be a bit pants because it keeps, you know, keeps cutting out.
Say goodbye to the season. They'll be clapping their players off. Normally a party atmosphere, but all very businesslike inside the first 3 minutes here as City have possession, still goalless, and it's in to the feet of Silva. As he through and typically does, keeps the ball on his left foot, just flicks it to the right hand side this time for Diaz. A bit more emphasis on the pass goes wide to Nunez, who's
Dribble right, everyone, dribble right.
one of the areas that City look to strengthen next season as the ball is played out beautifully to Dorku, who is onside. Now he's going to try and run past Tete, puts the ball into the box, flicked away by Robinson at the far post. Well dealt with by the Cottagers defender as he's picked up in midfield, and now having possession is Gonzalez. In the centre circle he goes back to Silva, and Nunez again near the touchline, so no real desire for City to go gung-ho. Doku's ball in wasn't the best. Fulham cleared. Already you can see a pattern, as we expect, James. Fulham nearly everybody behind the ball, including Mal Jimenez. They do have speed merchants in Traore, and Wilson's no slouch either to get forward. Robinson from fullback, so I think it's a case of set traps and pounds, really.
Well, it's almost a similar way the game set up to the FA Cup final the other weekend with Crystal Palace really, really deep. Manchester City felt to let them down in this one, but will be feeling a little bit more confident. I think with less riding on this game, other than needing the Champions League qualification, you imagine pressure is off slightly for these players, so it's just about taking their time really to look.
Yeah, I see us getting 3 points today.
Have defended well.
If we don't, then obviously I won't be happy, but we'll possibly be playing Thursday nights, which I don't want to say.
Anybody inside the stadium, he's put a left-footed crossfield ball to quite simply a member of the crowd who are too busy filming, taking photos of Robinson, who's about to take this throw in. We haven't had a live the first 5 minutes across the Premier League, no goals at all. Traore gives the ball away, a bit of a wasteful chance goes into Doku, he goes to the ground, free kick given away pretty cheaply. Lukic brings him to the floor, but all of that is because of the rather mind-numbingly Traore. He heads it inside.
Also, I might be going live again, possibly tonight, I don't know, maybe. For NXT Battleground Live.
Simply non-existent. Sasha Lukic committing the foul, which is no stranger to doing as well as Jeremy Doku is no stranger to winning free kicks as well. And there's about 4 or 5 blue shirts there all stood around this free kick with Kevin De Bruyne, of course, on the bench for the moment. Is well, anyone's guess is going to take it. It looks as though it's going to be Marmoush.
I was going to say Marmoush had the last solid long-range effort, didn't he? He had that goal the other night, which was an absolute belter. I think the goal that's in the contender for Marmoush. I think if he gives himself, if he's given a proper role,
Check the old FPL here, see if anything's happening. Nope.
I've seen him dominate and I've seen him have terribly quiet games. What will he do here from the free kick?
No goals so far, first 5 minutes.
Around the wall well. But yeah, I think there's a part of the issue is that obviously I think Kevin De Bruyne was surprised he wasn't offered the terms he wanted at Man City. City seem to have struggled in recent months to get the best out of De Bruyne.
6 minutes gone, according to the thingy Bob. Nothing's really happened. It's been a pretty mid first 6 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I think some signing from Frankfurt, Marmoush has really set the league on alight. 7 goals in the Premier League from 15 appearances since January. It's certainly looking to be laughed at, and I think, as you say, next season, if he's given a consistent starting role, I think he'll be one of City's best players, really, especially considering the decline that some of these attacking players have had, notably Phil Foden, really. But Manchester City moving forward here now.
Yeah, Marmoush went for the killer ball, looking for.
Possession is not looking very good so far for us. Looking very set they are. Or if we can find the right pass, I feel like we could score. But it's just my opinion. I'm just some kid who sits in his room all day. Makes wrestling videos.
Kanji gets it back, one touch inside his own half, rolls it left to the opposite flank, this time towards Guardiola. He's attacking left back spot today. Doku goes inside to Haaland, good ball. Haaland running across, puts it across the 6-yard box, cleared away bravely as well by Cuenca. Had to be alert.
Right, 7 minutes gone. I do think we have a corner. We have come very close to scoring.
From Doku and Haaland as well. Haaland making that good run across the line.
We've been all over them in the first 7 minutes, but we haven't really done anything with it.
Didn't quite work out. They were trying to cut the ball back for the Egyptian, but yeah, good defending from Cuenca. Made 7 appearances so far in the Premier League. Came on for a minute in their victory against Newcastle the other week, and he certainly had a lively start and a busy start as well. The 15.
Elsewhere as the ball is looped in towards the far post on the corner, really high and hanging it. It's gone all the way to the far post. Silva puts it back across the box towards the far post. There's a couple of City players. Fulham player goes to ground as Doku goes for it. Awful effort. It's actually a slice pass to Akanji. Gundogan Gundogan mops up and it goes back to Silva. He
Well,
finds
how are we then?
Haaland is there. He found it
We're only
towards
10 minutes
the
into the
far
live,
post
but
where
how are we?
Kane cut back and Leno can mop
No
up
one
and
has
makes it
messaged in the
8
chat, which
minutes
is
of being passed.
sad.
Now the long ball forward to Pereira.
But it is what it
Haven't
is.
you? They're going to try and target Fulham.
This
No
is
one's
like
crossed
the
that
normal
line.
numbers I get on
That
Twitch
was
as
a
well.
hit there though. But we can start to see again with Fulham in possession. We haven't had the chance, James, to actually see what they're going to do. There was a shake of the head from yourself.
Yeah, there was, because I just think it's poor. You know, Manchester City in this 8.5 minutes have absolutely dominated possession. It's probably somewhere near 90% really. Fulham have not had a sniff of the ball. Every time they've had the ball, you know, from a set piece situation, like a goal kick or within the goalkeeper's hands, or the throw in which Adama Traore gave the ball away from, they've been really wasteful in possession. I think it's down to potentially nerves. They have been under the cosh, as we've said, but they've got to do something about that. They've got to get a foot on the ball and calm things down. Otherwise, Manchester City will be relentless in attack.
Ball touch in midfield from Gonzalez, but he gets it back. Believed to have been
Oh, fucking ads, man.
some good play from the Eagles. City still have the ball.
Oh shit, 1-0 Palace.
By the way, Charlton
Shit, who scored that then?
beat Leighton Orient. The City come down the right again. Ball put into a dangerous area. Wasn't that many players in the box though. I mean, yes, there was Gundogan,
Onto the old
Haaland, but there was four.
the old live scorer. See what's going on here.
Numbers suggest that was always going
Who
to be
scored that?
a
Saul.
struggle. So Fulham now have defensive work to do with Nunez on a throw.
Oh, defensive error. Oh, whoa. That's the worst. 10 minutes gone. Fulham haven't even been in an hour and a half yet. Well, no, we've been in an hour and a half. They haven't been an hour and a half. In there, hour and a half the whole game.
Able to get back in position to lay the ball off to Nunez. Wants to return. They keep it alive there. City in close quarters. No, I'm not really sure how they've done it. Fulham do dig in there with Traore. Wins his team a goal kick. Good work from him and Robinson. And 10 minutes in, yet to really see Fulham under massive pressure. I still think the best opportunity they've had, James, was that Haaland through ball. Were you surprised by? That he didn't shoot where he was. I know the ball to Marmoush was a good idea, but you are talking about on paper the deadliest striker in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe it is a confidence issue. We saw in the FA Cup final him give the penalty to Marmoush in a situation where you'd think the Erling Haaland of old would have been taking that for himself and sticking it away. And there's another example of it there where he's got a great chance. It opens up ahead of him and he's trying to lay it off. And you know he has been criticised.
Alright, so how do we feel about 215 live games on Sky Sports next year? How do you feel about that?
He's been more of a playmaker so far today than
For the 100 or so games it was
really,
before.
but it is perhaps just a confidence issue where you know in the past he would have taken that for himself. This time,
Finally, we got 1 viewer again. Let's go.
Maybe that'll be a help or a hindrance to Manchester City. We'll wait to see.
Yeah, Robinson has made an error here.
More views than I get on Twitch.
Get the ball off Marmoush. He's then taken him out. Really silly play from Robinson. The referee's played advantage, but City still have the ball. But he had possession inside the City half for the first time. Rather than go forward, he went backwards where Marmoush stood. Lost possession and then clumsy challenge. But this hasn't really made a massive difference because here's a Kanji right now, though, as he threads the ball through. It's picked up by Vardy. Double touch from him. The Croatian into the area, looks across the box, floats it towards Haaland, headed away by Fulham. Could have pulled the trigger there, Hoskio Guardiola, but he just thought, I think he got a bit too close underneath his feet.
Yay, 2 people. Thank you. This is more than I get on Twitch.
Referee, in fact, he pointed one way, but then City have got the ball. He definitely pointed Fulham's way.
He did, and I think Jimenez has a right to be a bit frustrated there because he was taken out there by a Kanji. They're two in a very physical aerial duel. I think Jimenez perhaps the victim in that one, but City are allowed to come forward here.
Yeah, all across the face into Leno's hand. The only thing I can think of is when it was played, was he offside running back? I'm just thinking, because the flag on the near side, we wouldn't have seen that. Otherwise, the referee did certainly point that way. We've seen this cross from Marmoush back into the box, which was easy for Leno. Did you think Guardiola seconds before that should have shot?
Well, I think he's trying to lift that to the back post where Marmoush is waiting. It's actually a really important defensive intervention from Robinson at the back post because that would have given.
To 2 people watching the stream, how are you 2 today? Then?
I do think he should be going for himself. He gets very fortunate with the double deflection.
Any of you watching
running forward, gets
any of the games today?
Lukic with ease, and then whether he should shoot or not is up for debate. I think it's a good cross to the back post there with Fulham clinging on, but they've got to stop giving the ball away really cheaply in their own half. Fulham, it's happened 3 or 4 times now in this opening 30 minutes of football at Craven Cottage, and you know Manchester City are a side that will punish those kind of mistakes. They haven't yet, but they have threatened.
All played back and still under 1
But we've come close again.
Inside to Silva, who's like a third holding midfielder
Cleared away
at
though.
times, and he braces into attack. So he's certainly dropping into free space.
No,
Nunes
we've
puts
only
forward
gone down to
for
one
a goal
person.
looking for
God's
Haaland.
sake.
Doku was trying to get to it. Gvardiol flicks it back on.
Please
He
put
goes to
like in the
ground.
live.
Lovely challenge from Tete. Is it? No, referee
Really
says
helps.
play on. Now he gives the
I
free
hope
kick
it does
this way.
help.
Delayed that, which allowed Wilson
I'm not
to
sure. I'm just I just I've started live streaming just because like I've gotten the ability to, and I just do YouTube. It's fun. I started doing wrestling videos like 4 years ago, or whatever it was. If you've been watching that long, you remember the videos I did years ago. It's very different now. I just started talking about random things. There's not really much has happened in this game. First 15. Still 1-0 Palace. I'll go and check the other scores right now. What do we have there? Only one goal so far, and that is the goal at Palace. This has been a very, average first 15. Very Man City standards, you would say, for the first 15. Nothing's really happened. We've been in there half the whole time. We've had a few attacking opportunities, but nothing. Not even a shot yet. I remember when we played, I forgot who it was. It was like PSG or something. Took us like 40-ish minutes to register a goal. A shot. I'm gonna do a bit of sharing just to see if I can get a bit of people in here. Where is it live
It's not really.
here?
I think it's a bit of a game of risk versus reward for Fulham manager Marco Silva because yes, they are sitting deep and they're defending Manchester City and they're keeping them at bay.
Share.
So far, the issue is because they're holding so many players back. It
It
might
is
whenever they do
Clash
defend,
Rush.
they do that more forward, especially towards the Darwin Traore. It's making it difficult for them to play out. But Manchester City on the attack once again. Just can't reach Gundogan. Fulham get there first, and now it's played away as Tottenham reportedly close to scoring from the penalty spot. They've been given a penalty at home to Brighton, beating the score for
Penalty to Tottenham. Very interesting. Interesting after they won the Europa League on Wednesday. Then I went, everyone was invading the pitch, and Tottenham must work. I stand. Yeah, mate. How are you then? You right?
In this one of the main issues.
1-0 Spurs. Who scored that? Slanky.
Manchester City, the balls they put into the box.
Good. Man City versus Fulham. That's why the stream's called Man City versus Fulham. Watch along.
So far today, the issue is the balls put into the box are too flat, and it's been easy for Fulham to defend because they're all outswinging crosses. So naturally, it's going to favour the defending side a little bit more than the attacking side. I think
In fact, Stan, Tottenham's just taken the lead.
Main threat in this side, arguably, his final delivery hasn't been great today, or really at large points in the season. It's something that he'll have to work on, especially with some of those other players on the opposite wing at times, but not today. Where they're exciting wingers to watch and certainly can have moments of magic, but it's just that final delivery.
They could actually win a game in the Prem. I don't think they'll focus too much on the game today because they obviously on Wednesday. Don't know. Didn't know they were playing today. It's the final time they would be. I can't speak. It's the final time they would play until July, anyways. We only get a month break because we're in the Club World Cup next month.
Struggle without him, and yet they've done the FA Cup. So, lots to talk about in the summer. I think that can happen. Different transfers that can affect things. Fulham may need a new centre forward if Jimenez decides to move on. Throw in here with Chet Roberts, who's going to take. He's making his way down the touchline. And zooming in now on Wolves man Jimenez. Has rediscovered his magic.
Well, Stan, get everyone from the group chat to join the live.
Struggled and have lost some confidence after a fractured skull. He's always going to do that. Great to see him be able to play and even not have to wear the headband again. You know, such a safety precaution method, but that's very effective. We've got options on the bench as well.
I bet he's just done it right now. That's what the vibrate was. Joy, yes.
No, not at all. Manchester City, for all the huffing and puffing they've done inside 20 minutes at Craven Cottage, have not really had one clear opportunity at goal aside from the Haaland one, which he decided to try play Marmouche in on goal with. But other than that, I mean, Fulham have done very, very well. It's just the
Thanks, Dan.
really in the middle of the park.
Really appreciate it.
3 or 4 times in this 20-minute period. They've just given the ball away now, just some promising possession around the back, and it just seems a little bit panic from the side in white today. Every time they get the ball on the back, it's looking comfortable. Then they're trying to play
20 minutes gone, not really much has happened. 1-0 Brentford. Oh, who scored that then?
Wilson, although of course is an experienced player and certainly
He's like Bremo, so
really had a kick of the ball.
thank
So
you.
really tough for them.
Thank God it's in Bremo. He's in the he's in my FPL team, so that'll give me some points. Not really much can be said for the City game so far. Nothing really happened. Yeah, we've got 2 people. And we're going on and on about all stream, but it hits more than I get on Twitch.
Floating effort towards goal. Overhead kick off the crossbar, and what a goal that is! I think it's Ilkay Gundogan. It is that's kicked the ball.
Yes!
Off the underside of the crossbar. Brilliant reaction. He's stood perplexed because once the ball
What a finish.
cleared away from his goal, I think he thought the attack was
1-0.
backwards. Seconds later, it's Fulham 0, Man City 1. Acrobatic, killer instinct from a man that's got so much experience, James.
And it's fantastic from
I know, Stan. Wow.
Absolutely skins Robinson with his pace.
Ilkay Gundogan with the goal. 1-0, 21 minutes gone.
As that ball is floated over. So Robinson, he's pushed off the ball. Marmouche then plays a 1-2, gets the better of his man. Then he's trying to dink that ball. Leno saves the effort, the chipped effort from Marmouche.
That goal could take us into Champions League. Because obviously if we win today, we'll get Champions League, I think. So that does really help. Brilliant goal.
Challenge originally with Robinson. Great finish from City to pounce and attack and reactions.
Yeah, you know, Stan. Oh, yeah.
Underneath the crossbar, Pep Guardiola celebrates, turns in delight. Solid play from
Quick update on the scores as we're about to kick off again. Quick up. Oh no, they're checking a possible offside.
We'll double check if that is the case. The referee, of course, has got the earpiece on and is willing to point him back to the spots.
Scorelines. No, it is not offside. It is officially 1-0 to us. Other scores around the league: Ipswich 0, West Ham 0, Liverpool 0, Crystal Palace 1, Fulham 0, Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 0, Bournemouth 0, Leicester 0, Newcastle and Everton 0-0, Southampton Arsenal 0-0, Spurs and Brighton, that's 1-0 to Spurs, and 1-0 Brentford at Wolves on the final day of the season. I've got 16 points at FPL at the moment. It's going alright. It's only Bremo who scored for me at the moment.
Stab that in very acrobatically. It was a goal fitting the occasion really for Ilkay Gundogan. His future still slightly uncertain, as is the way for many of these Manchester City players so far. Gundogan though looking one of the more likely perhaps to put pen to paper and extend his time at Manchester City. it would be a real loss to lose both De Bruyne and Gundogan. Of course, forward Guardiola. City on the ball now, though. From this goal kick, they've played forwards with Nunes now. Goes infield towards Gundogan. That's a poor touch from him, though. And Jimenez quickly to win back possession. Now infield towards Sasha Lukic, trying to play the ball.
Yeah, we've got two
forwards.
people again.
Tete, but brilliant work from Doku. That's going to work its way over towards Wilson, though. That a slightly challenge comes in from
Hello, other person, whoever that may be.
Trying to turn away from Wilson, and he is tackled by the Welshman. Good play from both sides there, but it's fantastic, really, from Jeremy Doku. I think he's one of Man City's main threats up alongside Omar Marmoush, because alongside his attacking work rate, and he's fantastic at that, I think defensively he does his job so well to get back.
I was very critical of actually James at the start. I thought he was too greedy, but there is an element when there is time where City
Good
can be
ball.
passive, and I don't think they're direct enough. And I do think he would benefit from having two strikers to aim at, or at least if the number 10 is going to push up. If Marmoush is given that spot break,
We're looking more like we want to score another one now after the first one.
Can he dig one back? He can. He's infield to Gundogan, then laid back towards Marmoush. Can he get a strike away? He can, but it's blocked on the line there by Lukic. And Manchester City really just picking apart Fulham with ease at the moment. It's been
I told you it'll be 3 points to us today. I did say at the start of the stream it'll be 3-1 to us. I can feel it.
Quick fallback, but he's no match for the Egyptians so far.
I don't see us keeping a clean sheet today, but as long as we get the 3 points. Like I said at the start of the stream, if we play like how we did on Tuesday, then get the 3 points.
Infield there in Lukic, then scampering forward, tries to feed in. Gundogan can't find him, and Tete will clear that ball forward into the feet of Raul Jimenez. It's really a one-man band show for Fulham in the attack, as both.
How you been then, Stan? I haven't spoken to you in a little. No. Oh my God. I spoke to you on Friday, but how have you been? It's been 2 whole days.
Back to Cuenca, then Joachim Andersen. For press, Manchester City colours. Long ball floats out to the left-hand side on a bad one. Does bring it down. He's under a lot of pressure from Nunes, but does get the better of the Portuguese man. Then swings one. That's not a bad ball to the back post. Wilson's there. He's got space for a strike, and he tries one. Good save from Edison. It'll rebound for Traore. Can he get a strike away? He can, but it's blocked well by Diaz.
Yeah, I've been alright.
Now takes down and should clear his
Obviously, yesterday I was at wrestling and all that.
Tete lunges in.
Obviously, training for show I've got next month, don't I? No, but you're going to that next month, aren't you? Oh, nearly Liverpool nearly scored. Yeah, I know you're still coming. It's gonna be a good day, isn't it? It's gonna be a really good day. Obviously, I'm on the card, aren't I? That's why you're going. But also, there's another reason why you're going as well, which I'm not going to get into. I think my sister's going to take me this time. Okay. Oh, she'll get to see me wrestle as well.
That's something that Robertson himself is going to have to be very wary of as this game progresses. They've got to commit bodies forward to get back into this one. Fulham, at the expense of conceding plenty of chances to this.
Yeah, we've got 3 people. Wow. Fuck ads. Fuck off. Now, what? Okay, why are we just going from 3 to 1? What's going on there then?
Positions fluidly. It's opening 27 minutes of football or so. Now back with
Keeping the message.
Support for plenty of City players. Looks like there's been a goal. The Vitality Stadium. It's a surprising one. Oliver Skip has grabbed a goal for Leicester City. So they've gone ahead in that one. Bournemouth.
Oh, thanks then.
Continues to fluctuate in their form. Docking up. Moving forward, feeds it in field for Gonzalez.
Right, Alfie's read my message from a couple of minutes ago, and he's done nothing, the lady Donny.
Manchester City have their second corner of the game. Yeah, it's better. I think there's a pattern for me here. Wherever Marmoush is down the wing, that things are clicking really nice. He's built up a lovely partnership with Nunez.
Corner to Manchester City, playing it short. Doku swings it in.
Side this time. line. Bernardo Silva
He plays strongest spell
ball,
round.
but he's gone short.
Mate.
Jeremy Doku now back towards
I
Bernardo
know.
Silva. They've worked this well. Manchester City, the ball's floated towards that back post.
Or should I bring him
He
off?
goes up for it. He wins the
I'm gonna
header,
bring him
and then
off.
he goes backwards. And Jimenez with him stride for stride. Jimenez then goes down, but he's not going to win a free kick to alleviate the pressure. Instead of throwing his take quickly by the Croatian defender. That's it towards Gundogan. He floats one with quite a bit of loft on it. It's the feet of Bernardo Silva. Manchester City just looking to calm down for a moment. And as I say, that Bernardo Silva then spreads one long. It's a great ball to Jeremy Doku, who's now one-on-one with Kenny Tete.
Oh, he's declined
Tries
it.
the cute ball in field, but it's cut out by Jimenez, who again is having to work back really deep in his own half. Now Fulham have won it back with.
Oi, Alfie, join the live.
From him, sorry, Wilson instead.
Why?
Because Stan's on the live.
Instead, it's won back by City.
Okay, that's nice.
Just Alfie, join the live.
Breaking away, that goal has been chalked off for an offside. By the way, so Bournemouth,
Uh,
not quite yet.
You can watch on your skip the iPad or whatever it is.
In the feet of Robinson, he then tries a ball to the other side of the field to Kenny Tete. It works out, but that ball was slightly behind Brazilian.
I'm doing things now.
Oh, Alfie, quickly go into the group chat. I've put the link to my live on the group. Quickly, like, look at that.
Wilson once more. City sitting deep, but you imagine as soon as Fulham are going to go backwards, the press will begin.
It's, Alfie, it's not that difficult to go into a YouTube live now, is it?
Back towards Anderson. Wide
Yes,
pass
it
there on
is.
the
Sure.
touchline, fantastic.
Of course it is. For you it is, you
Was
lazy
Wilson,
prick.
but immediately Ederson, who's so good at sweeping up his line out.
Yep, Alfie, just join the live, okay?
Oh,
Come on, Stan's on the live, so that means you should be on the live, and Stan is nearly as lazy as you. No offense, Stan.
that's crazy. I'm Skibbity Bop doing things right now.
Like what?
Like things, you know?
Like what? Playing Strongest Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard from Stan. You're playing Strongest Battlegrounds, right? Next time you die, you got to join my live.
That's not a bad ball if you can get it down, but he
Okay.
can't. It's a poor
I will be waiting.
Take down though, as
Okay, it's like
down from the sky.
3 people myself. Like
Oh shit, 2-0 Palace.
Especially when you've got someone with the pace of Dalton, like, I mean,
Oh, it's been offside. Yeah. Yeah, Alfie, join the live.
Oh,
Join the live.
why?
Because I said.
What even is it?
It's me doing a watch along the sun. Go on, Alfie.
It's not worth my time.
Like, just for 5 minutes. Just for 5 minutes, Alfie.
Oh,
Come on, Alfie. It's not that difficult.
I'm fighting a Power Ranger in Strongest Battle.
If you can fight a Power Ranger, you can go on my live.
integral part of that Manchester City back line.
No, there's too many things to click.
Oh. Ugh. Right. I'll see you on my live in a minute. Such a lazy man he is.
Really through the lines, and then they go all the way back to Leno, back inside towards Kearney. I think they're struggling a little bit at the moment, Fulham. When they do get the ball around the back, they play some nice decisive passes through that initial Manchester City press, but it's just the second wave of blue shirts. It always seems to be frightening the players in white. They're turning back.
Going to Manchester City in on a half. Not really much has happened in this game except the one goal and a few attacking opportunities for us. Fulham haven't really done anything in this game. Update on the scores, nothing's happened. Surf Palace did get a second goal, but it was offside. Liverpool will be looking a little shaky from what I've seen on here. Fulham, I shouldn't have done that. They've had an alright season. They've beaten some of the big boys. I think they have. Let me go and check on the old schedule on here.
3v2 if you can get it right. Doku square up with Tete, goes for the strike, it deflects and was spiralling
Yeah, they've got some wins over some big teams this season. Beating Newcastle, beating Chelsea, beat Forest twice. They beat Newcastle twice. Beat Spurs. Sorry, Stan, I didn't include that. Yeah. Yay, 3 people need to leave. If you know what's right. I just can't be bothered to sit around and watch a ball game kick around for 9 minutes. Yeah, that's fair enough. Most of the time, I just try to look on FB. I always see if the other team's cool.
I think he does slip, which is what saved him. Because, you know, he's running for it.
I'd rather play something than watch, you know. I'd rather play it than watch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's understandable. For me, it's like rugby. I like playing rugby, but I don't really like watching it. I watch it sometimes if it's like England playing, but that's it. Except that I don't really watch it for anything else.
Man City just relentless in the press. That time Marmoush gets his tackle right, but potentially a chance for Adama Traore. Great challenge comes in from Gvardiol. The attack still not gone as Fulham continue on the front foot. Here is Wilson. Plays a reverse ball to Traore, who's got some space to dig the ball back, and he does so. Put towards Jimenez. We flicked on towards Pereira. Strike comes in from Lukic. It deflects wide. Now Pereira again flicks it into Kenny. Oh, it's just wide of the post. A left-footed strike was always spinning away from that far post. But that's probably Fulham's best opportunity in the third.
Yeah, this again. I still think everyone does
England
the
are
right
right
thing.
to watch in terms of that sport.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'd prefer to watch the women's team because they play like proper rugby, don't they?
Everyone has done the job. City likewise, they've got blockers in. It's just a shame we can't creep.
Fulham nearly made it 1-0. Shot goes wide though. Still 1-0 to us with 10 minutes to go before half time. If there's no additional time, of course.
Just upping the ante a little bit, and they're winning a lot more second balls, and they're doing it by playing wide.
I think I just said earlier, I completely agree. It's just so frustrating to watch, especially as a neutral. I can't imagine how frustrating it is as a Fulham supporter when, you know, they sat back for the best part of 20 minutes, barely had the kick of the ball, just allowed Manchester City so much possession, concede, and then all of a sudden think, right, it's time to play some football. But I mean, here we are, Fulham now trying to win that ball back off Manchester City.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
That'll be a free kick won by the Egyptian once again. In fact, it was actually Teus Nunes winning that one on the.
Stan, while you're at it, can you tell everyone on the group again to join my live? If they don't, then they're just bum cheeks, aren't they? Hello, Ethan.
So far, the Belgian winger. I think he's one of those players where there was so much expectation and
Cheers, Dan.
when he first arrived at the Etihad. And yes, you know, if you look at statistics, goals and assists don't exactly prove that he's been, you know, an excellent signing. But I do think that he's just such an exciting player. He reminds me a lot of a Jack Grealish kind of character when he first arrived, where he's so exciting on the ball, but it's just that bit of individuality that you hope doesn't really disappear as his time at the Etihad goes on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, City's issue is they've got two similar players, haven't they? Doku and Grealish. If he does work harder, Doku, then that's why he's getting in. And Jack Grealish is perhaps his time is done. Yeah, if you can add that little bit more consistency in the final third of some goals.
Thanks for like.
Possession, he's so strong as well.
I'll just send Luis Diaz kick the post. That's what's going on there. He's easily off. But if he was on, what a save from Dean Henderson. I'll tell you, the man's actually insane. Like, last few games, he's actually been insane. Especially the game against us a couple of weeks ago. Still think he should have been sent off. In my opinion, no, he should have been sent off. That's quick. That's actually a thing like you lot can still debate about. Should Henderson been sent off in cup final?
Cuts inside with his right foot. Thought about the cross, but instead will go back towards his teammate on that left-hand side, Oscar Gvardiol. He gets it back off Gundogan, no doubt. Does Doku.
Still the same scores in the other Premier League games. Not really much is happening at the moment.
Into Gonzalez, square ball towards Diaz, who's streamed forward a little bit. Was behind the Egyptian. He will keep hold of it for the moment. Backwards once more now with Nunes. City really just keeping an iron fist on possession for the moment. Fulham have threatened at points to get a goal
Oh,
back.
nearly 2-0.
Going their way.
It's corner to us.
Minutes or so of football, but City now looking to double their advantage as Marmoush gets the better of his man. Dinks one back. It should be a chance for Haaland. It evaded Gundogan. Eventually, though, it's Anderson who makes contact with his head, flicks it behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, I do wonder if Haaland and Gundogan have swapped around here. It's 2-0 just because Gundogan's too small. I think it is. And then it's just good defending from Anderson. It's just a lack of height from Gundogan. And he can't help his position. He's perfect. The ball is just a whisker over his head. Tiny bit too far in front of Haaland. We're talking millimeters, which should have been two.
Damn, Salah needs 2 more goal involvements and he's broken the record. That's to show how good he's been this season. Because over the last couple of games, well, kind of like ever since the Newcastle game at Wembley, kind of ghosted.
Rebound from Marmoush on the strike, then for Bernardo Silva. He then loops one over the top, a very unorthodox ball from the usually very robotic midfielder. This time Haaland can't bring it down, and Fulham look to clear their lines.
Here come Fulham now.
Wilson, a little bit too easy for me there.
Gone back by Akanji.
Again on the ball, Bernardo Silva now. Crossfield ball is on towards Doku, but it's won by Tete, whose first time touched the ball forward for Wilson. Tete overlapping Wilson, but Wilson will continue.
Here we come again.
Now he does feed it into Fulham's number 2, but he's
Marmoush blocked. Nico saved.
And then feed it in feet towards Josko Gvardiol. Good play from the Swiss fullback there. Now Jeremy Doku running in field at pace, and this is where he's dangerous. He skipped past Anderson, then fed it back through. Chance now for City. Strike
Yeah, the
in
commentary's a bit delayed.
pulled back, and another strike is deflected, and then saved in the end by Leno. It was Gonzalez with the follow-up strike after Gundogan's initial one was blocked. But that is just where Jeremy Doku is just so dangerous. Down that left-hand side, burns past one, then 2 white shirts, and his cutback is fairly good as well.
Yeah, really, really productive, isn't he? He's so dangerous. I mean, what I liked about that was he dropped the shoulder and it was just pure speed. And that's what I mean about him mixing it up. Don't always cut inside. And he did just that. And it caused chaos. Robinson's ball forward is very poor. And yeah, it's certainly not the last emphasis that people expect. I know there's a whole half of football left, and anything can happen in the beautiful game. But there's a lot of surprise scoreline. Bournemouth 0-0 with Leicester, Ipswich 0-0 with West Ham isn't a massive surprise, but you look at the fact that they've got nothing to play for. There's a lot of teams with just the shackles off, and yet there's no sign of it occurring. And those games that I've got nerves around them, Forest, Newcastle, Villa, are all goals. So perhaps probably should have expected them to be nerve-wracking and tense.
Potentially so, although in this one where the result does matter somewhat towards Manchester City, a win for them will guarantee Champions League football next season. After a season
Oh no, one person, please come back. Yes, as soon as I say please come back, then someone joins the stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate it. If you drop a like on the live.
Anderson, Tete offering a ball out wide. He is found now. Number 2, Dinks one long towards, well, no one in particular, and in the end it's fairly easy for Manchester City to deal with. One ball forward from Gvardiol.
Fulham on the ball now in midfield.
Now it's in the middle of the park.
1-0 Arsenal.
City, which hasn't really happened.
Well, you just knew you knew it was gonna happen. Well, obviously, they're playing like the shittest team in the Prem. Arsenal 1, Southampton 0.
Acres of room. Gvardiol has stepped down. Now Wilson charging forward. Can he get a strike away? He can. It's a great save. The follow-up there from Pereira's just into the side netting, and it's Fulham's best opportunity.
Oh, Fulham nearly scored.
Really towards the end. Once again, Wilson is found, and once again he shakes up to bend it into that far post. He's had that opportunity before, and Edison denies him once more. It's really good play from the Welshman. He does everything right.
Quarantini with the goal.
Where Gvardiol is in all that.
Yeah, but what a save. What a save. Pereira does well to get across and try his best to flash it towards goal.
Well, as long as Arsenal keep a clean sheet, that's good, because I've got 2 Arsenal players in my team. Oh my FPL.
Everything to put the ball in a good spot, and no wonder they've gone across to congratulate the goalkeeper Edison. By the way, Kieran Tierney, I know, how random, who's got the goal for Arsenal.
We're looking a bit rocky at the moment.
Inevitably play out from the back.
Here we come again.
Pereira pressing high. Pereira had the
Doku.
follow rebound attempt.
Gonzalez.
Cruelly denied by the side netting from his perspective.
I've got the ball back though.
Driving forward the chance here.
Nunes.
4v5 here. If Doku can get this right, he's cutting in field. One step over, then two.
Need to wait for a throw to Osto.
Still will go backwards to Gonzalez. He takes his time.
We looked a bit rocky a minute ago, but
Found Guardiola, who puts the ball to the back post. Tete doesn't deal with it in the end. On the floor, scrambles an acrobatic clearance overhead, and will go out for a throw-in. But that was really a chance there for Manchester City to double their advantage right before the close of the
20 seconds to go before we find out how many minutes we have added on. Swings in, cleared away.
With this throw-in after that rather unorthodox clearance.
Doku.
Fulham's number 2 in Kenny Tete. They go sideways to the citizens. Dink ball forward from Diaz. It's fantastic, and it's perfectly waiting for Nunes to club one in. Now it's Haaland, but Anderson gets there first. A really vital header. The header comes back though. Here's Doku. Side-footed effort was tame, and in the end, easily blocked. Now Fulham chance to break forward for them, and I can't catch my breath here, but it's been given away by Fulham.
We have 1 minute added on. I mean, to be fair, there's not really been much breaks at all in this game. Lot of on-field play.
Celebrate one-of-a-kind people.
Fuck's sake. Fucking ads. Yeah, nothing really happened anyway.
Strike comes in from Marmoush. It's well over the bar though. No control effort. Flies over.
Shot by Marmoush, goes wide.
Manchester City in this one.
And that will be the half, I suppose.
6 shots and 2 on target, but statistically 1 big chance each for the two sides.
Yep, and that will be the half. Half time. Manchester City 1, Fulham 0.
Acrobatic effort as his first half draws to a close. You have to say
The other scores are Brentford 1, Wolves 0, Spurs 1, Brighton 0, Arsenal 1, Southampton 0, 0-0 in the Leicester Bournemouth game, 0-0 in Villa and United, 1-0 Palace against Liverpool, obviously 1-0 Man City versus Fulham, 0-0 between Forest and Chelsea, 0-0 between Everton and Newcastle, and 1-0 West Ham against Ipswich. Ward Prowse with the goal.
Half-time at Craven Cottage, and it is 1-0 to Man City, coming thanks to the overhead kick of Ilkay Gundogan.
Right, anything you want to shout about during the 15 minutes or whatever they have during half-time?
Followed as did Kearney, Edison saving Wilson's effort, but it's been an open game. City could have easily got a 2 or 3 if the cross or deflection would have gone their way here or there, so there's plenty of optimism for the second half, but at the break it's Fulham 0, Man City 1.
I mean, we had an alright half. It was not the best half of football I've ever seen, but what are you going to do there?
There's been offers on the other end though. Wilson going close for Fulham as did Kearney, Edison saving Wilson's effort, but it's been an open game. City could have easily got a 2 or 3 if the cross or deflection would have gone their way here or there, so there's plenty of optimism for the second half, but at the break it's Fulham 0, Man City 1.
Right, we do have someone just left on the lead. So, should I search up Man City versus Fulham live and see if my live stream comes up on another game there? Going to live here. I think we're on it. That's fine though.
On the Craven Cottage, and it is 1-0 to Man City, coming thanks to the overhead kick of Ilkay Gundogan in the 21st minute. Brilliant effort to react quicker than anybody else and thump the ball in. There's been offers at the other end
Good to
though.
see that
Wilson going close.
official Man City
For
YouTube
Fulham
account
as
doing
in
a
Kenny
watch on for
Edison
that game
saving
today, so
Wilson's effort. It's been an open game.
that's good on them.
Easily got the 2
Very
or
well.
3. If the cross or deflection would have gone their way here or there. So there's plenty of optimism for the second half. But at the break, it's Fulham 0, Man City 1 on the Craven Cottage, and it is 1-0 to Man City, coming thanks to the overhead kick of Ilkay Gundogan in the 21st minute. Brilliant effort to react quicker than anybody else and thump the ball in. There's been offers at the other end though. Wilson going close for Fulham, as did Kenny Edison saving Wilson's effort. But it's been an open game. City could have easily got a 2 or 3 if the cross or deflection would have gone their way here or there. So there's plenty of optimism for the second half. But at the break, it's Fulham 0, Man City 1.
We're gonna look at the statistics in a minute for City versus Fulham. Right. The stats, I've got 22 points on FPL at the moment. It's not the best. I need some players to turn up, man. I've captained Bowen today because I know he will score. He's only got an assist so far. He's on 8 points. But if you haven't captained him, he is on 4 points. Yeah, Mbemo. I'll just show you. I don't know if you can really see well, but that's the team that I have for game week 38. Join the live, you bastard. So I'm gonna touch you tonight. Yeah. Oh. Well, what? Fantastic message from you, Stan. Join the live, you bastards, or I'm gonna touch you tonight. Yeah, that's a fantastic message. Especially Alfie, you lazy prick. Get off strongest battlegrounds. There we go. Right, especially Alfie. You lazy prick, get off strongest battlegrounds. That's the appropriate message I would put to him. Get off Faith. Yeah. He could either be playing strongest battlegrounds right now or touching on Faith. He's probably doing both. No, I name dirty boy. I've got to ask, how do you feel about Sunderland getting promoted to the Prem? That's big, isn't it? Charlton got promoted to the Prem. No, Prem? Championship. Oh, no. Yeah. It is not done. What was I going to do? Oh, yes. Statistics on our game so far. So there's nothing really to do at half time. I'll just tell you statistics. XG for us, 1.2. Shots on target, 3. Shots off target, 4. Block shots, 5. So according to that, it's 13. Possession, 65%. Corners, 4. No offsides. 2 fouls. 9 throw-ins. 1 cross. 2 saves by a goalie. And 4 goal kicks. So yeah. I'm playing game right now with 700 ping on it. How do you even get 700 ping on a game? How does that happen? 700 ping on a game. You're mad, mate. You're actually a madman. How can you play a game with 700 ping, man? I don't know. Everyone is teleporting on my screen. You'll get over it, Stan. Right. I've just asked my mate if he wants to do stream tonight for NXT Battleground, and he said yes. So it's official. We will be doing a live stream. I'll go and quickly check when is NXT Battleground on. And even if I stay up, even if I'm awake, because I've been known for the last month, I've been falling asleep during wrestling shows. No, not like not local wrestling shows, but like WWE. It's because everything's in bloody America these days. One AM. 1 AM start time. We'll go live around 12ish. Sorry about that. Something had to happen. Just moved my bed, but we are back. I did see your message today about what the fuck's happening, but still been sorted. I've just seen on Facebook that Martinez was sent off for Villa. I hope Harley's not seeing this right now, because I'm sorry, Harley, I had to. The fact that they've had to put Olsen in net now. Wait, shit. He's in my team. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Thank God he's not on my team. Oh my God, I thought he was in my team for a second. Oh. I've got David Ryan in there. Thank God. That was a shit myself moment there. But actually, where's my belt? Here we go, here's my belt right here. Look at this bad boy down here. Look at that. That bad boy right there. My community championship right there. The good old. Oh, yeah, Stan. Massive. Oh, moment. But as it is very shiny. It'll be in the background for the second half. So what do you lot want to talk about before we get to the second half any moment now? Oh, hello, other person that's just joined. I've got no idea. Struggling to play Roblox with almost 1,000 ping. Gotta give it to you. If you're playing Roblox with 1,000 ping, that's one crazy. I don't know what to say to that. That's just one crazy thing to do. Play Roblox with 1,000 ping. As it stands, we are going to finish third on 71 points. Fair enough. Right. Liverpool players are coming back onto the pitch on there, so I suppose that we're going to kick off any moment now on there. Arsenal's just kicked off, so I suppose we are going to kick off any moment now. Oh. Yeah, Arsenal's kicked off. Any other games kicked off? Brentford have kicked off again. Trent is being subbed on, I think, for his last 45 minutes in a Liverpool shirt. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, he's actually got a reception from the Liverpool fans. What? What is this? Last time I went there, but he was getting booed when he got subbed on or whatever it was. But Trent's final game in a Liverpool shirt. Final 45 minutes starts.
Are you all ready?
It starts now. This is bloody game kicking off again. My game's cracked because it doesn't lag. Stan, I think it's time for you to tell everyone to join the live again.
Edison saving Wilson's effort, but it's been an open game. City could have easily got a 2 or 3 if the cross or deflection would have gone their way here or there. So there's plenty of optimism for the second half. But at the break, it's Fulham 0, Man City 1 from the Craven Cottage, and it is 1-0 to Man City, coming thanks to the overhead kick of Ilkay Gundogan in the 21st minute. Brilliant effort to react quicker than anybody else and thump the ball in. There's been offers on the other end though. Wilson going close for Fulham, as did Kearney. Edison.
That's not a bad goalkeeper game from him.
There's been an open game. City could have
But
easily
to be
got
fair,
2 or 3.
it's not a bad kit.
Here or there, so there's plenty of optimism for the second half.
Thank you, Stan.
Man City 1 from the Craven Cottage, and it is 1-0 to Man City, coming thanks to the overhead kick of Ilkay Gundogan in the 21st minute. Brilliant effort to react quicker than anybody else and thump the ball in.
Fucking hell, when we kicking off, eh? Free kick to Liverpool and it's gone wide. Stan, get off Instagram reels right now. I do not ever want to see that again.
Wilson going close for Fulham, as did Kearney. Edison saving Wilson's effort, but it's been an open game. City could have easily got a 2 or 3 if the cross or deflection would have gone their way here or there. So there's plenty of optimism for the second half. But at the break, it's Fulham 0, Man City 1 from the Craven Cottage, and it is 1-0 to Man City, coming thanks to the overhead kick of Ilkay Gundogan in the 21st minute.
Remember, we will be going live again tonight for NXT Battlegrounds. What match is everybody looking forward to if you watch wrestling, of course? If you don't, then...
Here or there, so there's plenty of optimism for the second half. But at the break, it's Fulham 0, Man City 1 from the Craven Cottage, and it is 1-0 to Man City, coming back.
Finally, we've kicked off.
About to kick off against Fulham. They lead by a goal to 0. And we had a pretty interesting first with Fulham. In no uncertain terms, practically giving City a platform to get the advantage before then turning it on. Conceded a goal.
Here we go. Kick off. Again here. Craven Cottage. Final 45 minutes of the season. Final 45 minutes for Kevin De Bruyne, if they are going to eventually sub him on. Alfie's crashing out at me because I thought the song's battlegrounds because I keep thumping into his face.
Man City, Edison, Nunez, Diaz, Akanji, Guardiola, Silva, Gonzalez, Malouche, Gundogan, Doku, and Haaland. Myself, Tom Hill, and James Spender bring you all the action. And
right,
if I had to speak on your behalf before you tell us, the game warmed to us. Slow burner, it got a bit better. There was a bit to get excited.
Ethan has joined him. Right, chat, back in a minute. I'll just take my phone. Oh, the strain. Right, I'll be back in a minute.
It's a simple finish if you play it. Absolutely, it's been fairly thematic for that entire first half. Really, Jeremy Doku's entire season, where he does everything right up until the final ball or the final shot. You know, he gets the better of his man down the left-hand side, and Tete then tries to strike, and it's just a wrong option, really. But I think we are in for more goals. I think, you know, let's not write Fulham off either for all of Man City's dominance and for all that they huffed and puffed in that first half. The scoreline remains with them only leading by a goal to 0, and Fulham certainly had the chances. Kearney and Wilson twice, with Man City only leading by 1 goal. The more confident will become that they can get them back out of it. Cuenca. Really interesting that. Man City looked like they were going backwards to the throw, then they just fired it into Haaland's feet. Cuenca had to be alert and he just smashed it behind the goal. Even that could have gone the opposite way on his left foot. At Fulham 0, Man City 1. Corner to come. Very little happening in Forest Chelsea, I'm led to believe. So a lot of disappointment in terms of neutrals wanting excitement on the front. Brighton have scored against Tottenham. We'll bring that in a second as the corner's coming in from City. Good punch from Leno. Back in the box by Marmoush. Only as far as Kanji looks at things. Back out to Silva. And Leno has stayed down, so the game is now paused. And we can bring you the goals which have gone in at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Josh Hinchell has scored.
Right, I'm back.
Brighton and Ipswich have scored against West Ham with Broadhead.
Yes. Wow. Cheers. So we got here. So we got. What the fuck is this? I'm so excited. Go back to Twitch. Faith, I'm not going back to Twitch. YouTube isn't for you. I probably won't go back to Twitch. I might, I don't know.
Wins that header by a head and a shoulder.
Ipswich do get an equaliser. Nathan Broadhead with the goal.
Just enough to get himself in the way there or thereabouts.
And Brighton get an equaliser.
Nonetheless, Manchester City have started this second half much as they started the first, and that they've dominated things in this opening 5 minutes of football, which they did in the first. As I say, you do feel as though a second goal for them will kill the game off. Fulham have to.
You get more views on Twitch, don't you?
A goal for Manchester United.
Yeah, it's been a goal for Chelsea as well against Forest, so there's all things happening in terms of...
We're getting Faith back anyways in a minute.
Talk about, of course, Newcastle need to still get a result in their game. You feel to just keep any signs of panic away. Actually, Gordon will be replaced at half-time against his former club.
This sucks out sharp.
Has been scored by Rasmus.
I know who this is as well. Faith. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't you he me. Only I do the he's around here. Go back to Twitch. No. I will still stream on Twitch. But like I don't get views on Twitch either. 1-0 Chelsea. Oh shit, it's 1-1 in the Southampton game. There goes my clean sheet bonuses for everyone.
Second half of Premier League action. In our game, though, Manchester United's goal I think has been disallowed, by the way, against Aston Villa. In our game, we've had a few stop-start incidents, though, James, which has not exactly held matters. As Cavani comes forward looking for...
Excuse me. Excuse me what?
He hasn't, and a lot of that Manchester City play has gone down the left-hand side, trying to feed in Jeremy Doku. Marmoush having to do a little bit of defending and pressing here for the moment as Robinson back on the ball. Fulham, really, for the first time in this second half, getting on the ball themselves and
my back. Stan, you need to get your back sorted out, mate. Your back is actually screwed.
Scooped out. Here's Pereira on the rebound. Oh, he scuffed it. It might even fall for Wilson, but he's still on the floor, waiting for the action to unfold. And Andres Pereira looks skyward in disbelief. He's barely kicked it. That's the problem. He scuffed it more than anything else. Wilson does the right thing. He cuts it back. It's to there.
Here come Man City again.
Fire it towards goal and hope for the best.
Jeremy Doku.
If it had got to its destination. Here's Gundogan though on the attack for City. Turns it round their corner to Doku.
Here we come again. Nunes. Silva.
Doku on the box. Quaddle for a cutback. So was Haaland. And they have seen suggestions online over the years that Erling Haaland hates...
Bloody all over them.
I can understand why those suggestions are made.
You just can't make anything out of it though. I was doing YouTube for 4 years before I quit and still don't have many subscribers. PM me your account quickly and I'll give you a sub.
And I think he should be slipping Haaland in almost immediately there because it's the first time really we've seen Haaland have a bit of room to roam as Cuenca has lost his man in the Norwegian forward and Anderson. He's having to defend both Gundogan and the on-rushing Haaland trying to peel away and make a run. Instead, Gundogan plays a ball to Doku, which isn't
No, I'll quickly
necessarily the
give
wrong
it.
option, but as it is just a little bit more of a difficult ball, it's obviously going to be harder for the Belgians to get under control. That he does, though, but he's got to be playing that ball back to Nunes, who makes a lovely run, and there was an opportunity for the cross to go into the box. In the end, he's selfish, but the corner kick comes in for City, and it's headed over the bar in the end by Guardiola.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They've had a couple now for the first time. This could be an avenue for them if they can get the accuracy right with the efforts. Akanji
I like how the description is just quid.
Header, and Fulham nil, Man City 1. The scoreline remains. As we
It doesn't matter. It doesn't make it that's fine though. I just wanted to Martinez sent off his box. What did he even get sent off for?
Respective divisions on the final day of the Premier League is no different. Of course, the drama sadly isn't at either end of the table due to that being sewn up for the best part of 2 months. Ball out to the left.
Because I saw on Facebook about that. I saw something. Oh, jeez. I saw something happened with Martinez getting sent off, and then like people saying that. Well, not people, but like some sources saying it's bomber clotting. Sounds like a very Martinez thing to do. Apparently, that's gonna be like his final game for the club, according to some people.
Guardiola urging them to go down the line, which they do. Marmoush gets to it, but he's shown too much of the ball towards Cuenca, who's won that up pretty handsomely. Just nice and measured, gets it away, and here's Anderson. There's Fulham, though, under pressure from the outside. Ilkay going on the early high press, right in the faces of the Fulham defenders, trying to cause them an issue or two. Ball flicked in, potential handball, that's Bernardo Silva. Chest control, though, he's found Haaland.
2-1 West Ham. Who scored that then? Oh, of course, it's Jared Bowen. Oh, thank God it was Wan-Bissaka assist. No, he's dead. Yeah, I can see it. Wan-Bissaka with the assist, but Bowen gets the goal. That's 18 points for me on. What is this live about again? Oh, it's Man City versus Fulham. Watching on. 18 points for me with Bowen because I captained him. Well, it looks like I ain't getting clean sheet bonuses with Key War or David Raya. That pisses me off. I need some of my attackers to do some stuff, man. Can't just be Jared Bowen carrying.
Yeah, I think so. I think the main issue there for Harry Wilson is the fact that he doesn't really know what's going on because he's left in a bit of a heap on the floor then. It's good defending, though, in the end from Manchester City. Oh, I'm not sure. I do think it comes off Wilson last, but it's certainly been balls between both Nunes and Wilson a fair few times, and I mean it's anyone's guess really. So I think probably a goal kick the defender. I was going to say it is close enough. I thought it hit him last clearly. I take that back. Here's Marmoush.
Here come Man City again on the attack.
Saka reportedly getting ready to come on for Arsenal as they look to try and end the season with a win. At the moment, things are not going their way on the south coast. Ball played out toward the left-hand side. Here is running.
Yeah, we haven't really looked too good in the second half. First 10 minutes we've been a bit rocky.
Flicks it back into the middle.
Here come Fulham.
Still going. It's played away. Gundogan runs into traffic. Kenny to Pereira. And Pereira looking for a way through.
Matheus Nunes is actually decent this game, I can't lie. I've literally seen him do like nearly everything in this game. Alright, who's got into extra points then? Oh, Raya and Keyboard do have 2 points. That's fine.
I think it's just a little bit more penetration from Manchester City, really, especially through the middle.
Come on, I need some of my attackers to score. At least Conte have a clean sheet, so I can have a few points. It'd be good if Conte can score as well, because I can get clean sheet bonus and him scoring.
So I think perhaps just getting him a little bit more involved
As
in
they
the game,
please turn on. Salah,
Salah,
please. I need people to score. I can't go out on a howler, bro. I can't have Jared Bowen carrying me on FPL.
I think this game, if anything, has just shown how crucial Ilkay Gundogan is to this Manchester City side.
Yeah, I still think he's declining.
Darby's the on now for Liverpool.
He might not be the player that left them when he went to Barca, but yeah, just the knowledge.
Is there anybody left even in the stream? Is there anybody left?
He's trying to turn inside, Cuenca. He's still going on the floor as Traore gets back to help out. It's not the area Pereira, cleared away by Diaz. Only as far out to here as Nunez goes to ground. This time Traore gets the wrong side of him, bundles him to the floor clumsily. Very poorly that for the former Wolves ace. Got a really good free kick.
Oh, good to see you're still here, Harley.
They absolutely do. It's a good
Are we
chance
still
to
doing
get
the
either a goal or
Battleground
a goal,
watch
so go for a
along then
direct
tonight?
effort. We've seen Mamouche have a strike from goal. This one, you'd imagine a little bit of a better
Has
position
Eze been
for
taken
the
off?
Egyptian to have a go.
Fuck.
It will be a right-footed effort should he take it.
Ugh.
Although they do have Gundogan as
Not the
well.
best game to put Eze in my team now, is it?
Set-piece proficiency. Silva
We
also
edged with
over
1
him.
point.
You can imagine if it's going to be
Absolute
Silva
fucking shit.
or
Oh, no, actually, no, he's on 3
more of
points.
an effort clipped into the box. It is those two players that's over him rather than Mamouche. The
Wan-Bissaka on
right-footed
5.
option,
Bowen on
probably
20.
not as
That's
ideal
Winterby.
as it is from the right-hand side
That's a bit
of
bonus.
the goal.
So former ball looks to be
In
Traore,
Bremer on
Kenny
8.
and Pereira.
Evan Nelson on 2.
Bernardo Silva having a
Wilson
discussion
on
in the
1. 46 points so far.
Silva looks to be the one that
Uh,
favour the shot left.
Here come Man City. Free kick from
Ready,
Gundo.
whistle.
Haaland.
Our mark
The header.
on us. Gundogan
Again,
or
does
Silva,
nothing with
who
it.
will be? Gundogan put
He's
Silva up.
actually been wank.
It is Gundogan,
Like,
floats it towards
second
Haaland,
half of the
header across
season.
goal, away from goal as well. It's not going to go out. It'll be kept in by Robinson towards Traore. Not bad delivery from Gundogan, but execution from Haaland is off. Traore is going to go on a long bursting run to get forward. He gets past Mamouche. He actually pulls him down. That's good refereeing. Fulham had possession, and Traore, to make sure Mamouche can't get to the ball, pulls him to the floor. Well, Jimenez has fallen face first on the floor in protest at how bad that call is. But Adama Traore does everything right. He gets the ball away, and then he stops.
Those where you don't often see them given, so it's good to see the referee, sticking to the rule book, so to speak, and making sure that Adama Traore can't get away with that one. I don't think he's had a great game as Adama Traore, really. Every time he's had the ball, he's looked to be positive, but he's given it away more
I
times
can't
than he
tell
hasn't.
this.
And it's really not something you want one of your players to be doing against a side that are so good in possession and keeping hold of the ball. As possession has been a bit of a rarity for Fulham.
Alex Iwobi and Emile Smith-Rowe are getting ready, so Harry Wilson's one of the first players off.
Update on the scores: 2-1 Brighton, 1-0 Chelsea. Still 0-0 in Bournemouth game. That's pretty surprising.
Another player coming off is Pereira. Pereira makes his way off. Another night where he could have perhaps done a bit more. Smith-Rowe. So two players that started the season with a bang, Alex Iwobi and Emile Smith-Rowe, are now on the pitch for Fulham. Looking to drag this game
Half an hour to go.
their favour. Just fancy an update on the league table, what they do for standings, these results. Newcastle will drop to 5th. Of course, Villa is a winner to overhaul them. Chelsea would get 4th. And City are 2 clear because of the fact that they're winning.
Bro, Palace putting on all the pressure. Look at them go. Palace are decent now. Not just because they won the FA Cup. They've been decent all season. Like I said before, Dean Henderson. Last few games, he's actually been crazy.
Still a right back pushing for his team to go and get that all-elusive second goal that they want. Here is Kenny in midfield. He's forced backwards. A little glance over the shoulder. Here's Anderson. Now Anderson gets the ball up and under, looking for Traore, who knocks it back into Smith-Rowe early doors. Traore on the right.
Here come Fulham.
Shot
Shot by Palace. Oh, good save from Alisson.
Tete pokes it forward to Smith-Rowe.
Another good save from Alisson. Palace all over the place. Now it's Fulham are doing the controlled possession-based style of football now. Here they come.
Rolls it across Cuenca. Now with Iwobi in the final third. Iwobi plays it out towards the wing. It's a good ball as well to Traore. Fulham of numbers in the box. Floating ball in, looking for Jimenez. All the way towards Robinson at the far post. Robinson cuts it back looking for Iwobi. It won't get there. Mamouche gets a touch to it. They will win it back though. And it's back out as the ball is floated in by Kenny.
Oh no, Stan, you can't say that. You're gonna get yourself cancelled, mate.
is for Fulham. A goal disallowed for Bournemouth, who haven't put the ball in the back of the net. Was chalked off, so fairly decisive call as City have run the ball out of play here. We've just got a bit stalemated from City's perspective, James. They're just not as fluid in possession.
Yeah, they're not. And I think, again, we're seeing a similar pattern to what we saw in the first half. City started the second half fairly dominant, as they did in the first, but then have sat off. They've not taken any half chances that have gone their way.
It was very
Fulham have then gained a little bit of confidence from the fact
mid-second half so far.
As a result, Fulham are now playing the ball with a little bit more aplomb. And
Oh, who's been given a red here?
in the Costa's favour, the fact they are a goal down, because City look to
Yep.
kind of...
Oh, Gravenberch has been given his second yellow.
That creates a little bit of uncertainty in their players, and as a result, Fulham are potentially going to be able to exploit that a little bit as a foul from Guardiola. On Troyer will be deemed as a free kick.
Fulham 0, Man City 1 it remains. Kearney in possession. Flicks it back. Anderson. Leno joins proceedings.
Gravenberch has been sent off with a second yellow. It's going from bad to worse for Liverpool right now.
Pass out to the wing. This time it's
Guidu got to take a photo for someone.
Managed to get the ball to hit Traore. It's a huge moment in that little duel. Only been a goal at St James's Park, and it hasn't gone the way that everybody wants. I mean, Newcastle with a defeat, results elsewhere, and they will be dropping out of the top 5. Yeah, they go 6th. None of it sneak in with a draw. I mean, and they're down to 10 men. Now we might start to see the 25 minutes of randomness across the Premier League, James, because
Stan, what have I told you? You can't be saying those words.
yes, Man City thought that they would win against Fulham.
Who's this one on? Endo.
Let's
Okay.
have a Fulham Bournemouth fans speak about how badly they're out of form. You look around the league at routine victories. Perhaps
I don't think we've even had a touch of the ball in the last 5 minutes. They've been playing it around the back. They're doing fuck all of it though.
I mean, absolutely. You know, Chelsea winning away will be their second away win in 10 games. So they're certainly a side out of favour for that one. But currently 1-0. Everton just scoring away at St James's Park. And I mean, they say pressure makes diamonds, but it certainly isn't that way for quite a few sides vying for a Champions League spot. And it's certainly maybe that way at the moment, because Jimenez has raced onto a ball here, but his effort is wild and off-balanced. He strikes that well over, but all of a sudden, Fulham, from one long ball, caught Man City out.
They officially played the full football match of live.
Really important
Full
saves.
football match.
I don't know what he's doing here. He comes out for the ball. He's nowhere
90 minutes we've gone live. A full match,
If the Mexican
basically.
takes a touch there, he might have a much better chance of scoring. Of course,
A full match of us going live.
that ball came out of the sky. Always difficult to take it down, even as an experienced forward player, as Raul Jimenez certainly is. But another chance, really, a half chance if that, goes a begging for Fulham. And it's really a game where the side who takes the next chance will probably dictate the way this game's going to go.
Yeah, and as you say, just a real risk. I think he's been watching Martinez, what he does going off his line. It's still just the one goal in this match. There's a red card as well at Liverpool. Ryan Gravenberch has been sent off for the Reds.
Here comes Salah for Liverpool. Good cross. Cleared away for a corner. Nunes on the ball for us at the moment.
Looking for an avenue to express himself in possession. He's standing still for now, though. Nobody going
Marmouche. Nunes.
Diaz.
Why is Diaz pressing that much of the field?
Marmouche flicks inside. Back to Nunes, who's
Oof.
having a little glance around the park looking for a way
Villa currently in Champions League.
Diaz again. Squeezes it into
Are they leading?
play from the midfielder. Winger come forward, really. Silva.
Are they leading?
Fulham just maybe setting themselves a little.
No, they're still drawing.
No real bursting forward.
Oh, Everton's taking the lead. Oh, okay. Oh, I see now.
Roberts tucked into midfield. Iwobi will pull back. Nunes.
The boys currently on 51 points. Consa at the moment. Clean sheet bonus.
He hasn't looked in. Gunn was asking for an explanation. That should be a card, James.
Well, it's one of those where not Sam patronising, but because he fouls with his arms and not his legs, I reckon.
Well, yeah, Zach here.
Because it looks a little bit more
Window.
inconspicuous. It's just a little tug back, but City aren't going to waste any time here. And Marmouche gets to the byline.
Marmouche racing forward, cuts it back looking for Haaland, little flick away, knocks back into the edge of the area for City as Doku has picked up possession. He was aiming for Gvardiol, but he's played him a hospital ball. What a tackle that is by Oscar Gvardiol, by the way, to stop a Dioma Traore racing away. Inch perfect. City were in big trouble then if that wasn't made, and Doku kicks it down the line. Touch.
Cross and Trent. Gone for a corner. Another corner to Liverpool. They're all over the place, Liverpool at the moment.
Evidence sheet for the first half. We're about to get 22 minutes of drama. I think I'm very wrong. Here is Cuenca. Scoops it up the ball towards him.
Another corner. Swung in by Trent. Nothing happened. Kind of like this game. Nothing's really happened in this game so far.
Edison is going to smash this downfield with conviction. And he will go out and play. Chance to hand over to James, who'll take us through to full time. Fulham 0, Man City.
Yeah, cheers, Tom. And I think we are expecting potentially some more goals. There are 2 balls on the pitch at the moment, so potentially doubling the opportunity for Man City to score. But play will go on as
Here comes Fulham.
Takes the responsibility of kicking that spare ball off.
Good recovery from Edison.
Man City have come forward, they've given it away, and now Kenny versing to risk found.
Might be starting to regret in not putting Ruben Diaz in my team. As it stands, he's currently got 6 points and no one in my defence except Consa has a clean sheet. And one of them not even playing at the moment.
Chance here for City to score, but it's a pirouette. Is that a penalty kick? It is. And I think it's one of those where you can't really argue. It's a pirouette, a very eloquent one there, ballerina-esque from İlkay Gundogan. And it's Sasha Lukic, and it's the clumsiest foul you'll see all weekend.
And I believe it's a penalty to us.
It's a shocker, really. In terms of
Yes, pen awarded to us.
because he can't go down in the way.
Please give it to someone who can actually score a pen, please. I can't tell you the last time we scored a pen.
Challenge made by the
If Haaland scores and I've benched him, I'm actually going to cry. I'm going to cry. If Haaland scores this pen, which he'll probably won't, and he's in my bench, I feel like if we score this pen, game's over. Just go for Champions League.
It is Haaland who looks to be psyching himself up or calming himself down, whichever it will be, to strike the ball. Ruben Diaz perhaps just giving a bit of life coaching.
Oh my god, Liverpool hit the post.
Spot kick. City are really in good substitution as well with Fabinho.
Not a good way to go out for Liverpool at the moment. Losing and down to 10 men.
Is taking a bit of a back seat, and fairly understandably so, for this one. It is, well, almost a very emotional hug there between Ruben Diaz and Erling Haaland before he's going to take this penalty kick. This seems to be a chance really for Haaland to put some nerves to bed. He does seem not nervous, but it doesn't exactly seem comfortable. And I think Leonard's taken advantage of that. He's come off his line and had a couple of words for the Norwegian striker.
Yeah, he's got to do something. He's scored 3 in his last 5, missed 2. So it's a bit of weakness there.
I mean, he doesn't, I'm no psychologist, but he doesn't look entirely comfortable as Erling Haaland as he puts the ball on the spot. I'm sure he's going to prove me wrong in about 10 seconds or so, but he has been made to wait to take this one, as have the substitutes on the bench. Also,
Here we go.
come on. It is Erling Haaland who steps up, left-footed effort. He goes left.
Yes!
The wrong way. It's a goal for Manchester City. They've doubled their advantage. Erling
2-0.
Haaland may have looked nervous for a moment, but there's absolutely
2-0 Manchester City. Erling Haaland with the pen. Like I said, he's in my bench on my FPL. I am not happy. Not happy. But at least we got a goal. We're 2-0 up. That's probably game over now. Don't see Fulham coming back from this. I think that's Haaland's first goal since January. Let me go and check. When was Erling Haaland's last goal? Let's check.
Tom Kenny claps the Craven Cottage crowd. Is that for the last time? It may well be. Fulham's fans rise to their feet.
Full profile, let's check it.
Yeah, I think
When was the
he's
last time
coming
Owen
out
scored?
with a wave to one end.
March 30th.
Done.
But if we count the league,
Big news elsewhere.
March 15th was the last time he scored in a league match. He went the entire of April without scoring. Well,
That means
most of the time he was injured. But good to see he's gotten a
at
goal.
the moment, I mean, Villa are down to 10. I mean, you know, Villa, even if I think Villa might only be drawing now that dangerous goal alert has gone away. There's, you know, there's such a big 15 minutes. It's a shame for Fulham that there's nothing riding on this game for them, because this is just going to peter out for them now, isn't it? As Savinho replaces Jones.
Yep, substitution for Manchester City, the first of the game. Fulham were running a change of their own, and they have made them. I believe it's Sessegnon coming on the field of play, but it doesn't look like he has been introduced as of yet, so interesting to see why Marco Silva has waited to bring him on.
Oh, we've got two people on the live. How are you lot doing?
Was taking the penalty there, so whether Manchester City going 2-0 up has changed his mind, of course, I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure that'll be
Harley, if you returned from
cleared up momentarily.
watching Villa.
In fact, Sessegnon has come on the pitch alongside Joshua King as well.
And check, let's see if oh, it's 1-1 Wolves game. Oh, still 0-0 in the Villa game.
I think City don't really need to make many more, but I think the one all City fans and neutral fans would like to see is Kevin De Bruyne.
1-0 Bournemouth.
One final time.
Semenyo to go.
As the City fans in that away end doing the Poznan, all united in one. Turning their back. They've seen enough from their side in this one to believe they've picked up all 3 points. As that's a really, well, looked to be a nasty coming together there between Jimenez and Vardiol. Both players immediately spring back to their feet, like the athletes that they are. The play goes on with Manchester City in possession.
Here comes City again.
Vardiol now into Bernardo Silva. That one will go infield to Haaland, who's dropping deep.
On the shot, and it goes wide.
Haaland's been found with a through ball. He's still off the right hand side, and now he's one-on-one with the Fulham defence. Reverse ball into the feet of Nunes is a good one. Chops back inside. Now back to Haaland. Can he dink out a ball? He goes for a strike. It's not a million miles away. And it's just over Leno's crossbar. But I'll tell you what, he wasn't getting to that from goal.
No, it was a good effort. I mean, I still sometimes think, you know, City are a bit guilty, James, of not giving him it early enough so he can shoot. It's become a bit too easy to work out at times, City, but he gets a touch out of his feet as a goal. You know,
Nearly 100 minutes into the stream. That's mad. Still don't know why we started.
People say he's actually good there, and he is, but I think if you had someone to pick a chance, I still think many would pick Haaland. I just think sometimes they're guilty.
I'm currently on 50 points on FPL at the moment. Let's be 100 minutes. Bowen on 20, Imbremo on 7, Conte on 6, Dad Donny who's going to Real Madrid. On 9, I don't think he's been subbed on yet. Wan-Bissaka with 5, Kiwall with 2, David Raya with 2, Eze with 3, Salah with 2, Bowen on 20, and Wissa on 1, and Evan Elson on 2. On the subs, Brentford's second choice goalkeeper, 0. Jacob Murphy, 2. Ruben Diaz, 6. And Erling Haaland with 6. Today would be the right day to use bench boost.
Who have taken the lead, and that really does thwart Aston Villa's potential plans for next season. That will see them drop out of the Champions League places. Newcastle, though, they need to. Don't need to anymore, actually.
1-0 Manchester United.
Would be enough.
There goes the clean sheet bonuses for concert.
Slipping into 6th place, and Nottingham Forest still in 7th. Villa, I mean, it's quite remarkable, really, that Newcastle.
I mean, you can't fault Aston Villa. They've got Robin Olsen in net now.
Next season, that's how it stands at the moment. Fulham back on the ball though with Cuenca. Goes sideways to Anderson. Back now to Cuenca. It's a forward 3 at the moment. Really good one, Haaland. 15
minutes to go in this game. Except the penalty, nothing has really happened in this second half. It's been a bit pants this second half. Yeah, a bit of a pants second half this, but like I said, game's finished. And I suppose now we've got the 3 points as long as we don't bottle it. Because I remember a couple of months ago we played final Champions League. Live on Prime in front of like everyone. We had a 3-0 lead. And we balled it. You know, just not what you want to see, but same Fulham fans was happy with that. But quick update on the scores again. Yep, there goes Conte's clean sheet bonus. We're on 47 now. He's on 2. But that Donny who signed in for Madrid has been subbed on, so as long as Bournemouth keep a clean sheet, you'll probably get the clean sheet bonus as well. No changes to the scorelines in all the Premier League games here. What's the table currently looking like? Oh, Villa go down to Europa League as it stands. Ouch. Forest most likely will get Conference League because Chelsea are probably going to win the Conference League, let's be honest. But they do have to get past the GOAT, Anthony. Did you know Anthony is the greatest player to ever exist? He is 3 goals away from getting a hat-trick. He is 7 Ballon d'Ors away from Messi. And he is 28 goals. Wait, no, fuck. No, what am I about? How many goals has he even scored for United this season, the Prem? How many goals has he even scored?
He does that excellently. Cuts the ball back. A header comes in. It's just glanced though across the face of goal. Now Wobby picks it back up. He's going to dink one back. A header comes in from Bernardo Silva, and that will clip the danger momentarily. Fulham, though, in instances, have looked to be a side really pushing on to get back into the game. It's just a shame, really, that Haaland penalty has almost nullified any chance of getting an equaliser. Yeah, but I mean,
it's not even on the Premier League app after that. I have to go and check on live score. Bloody hell.
Indeed, despite being down to 10 men, it looks as though Phil Foden is going to be introduced. I think we're kind of moving towards a finale without Kevin De Bruyne coming on the field of play. There's been rumours of tensions between him
Goal for Liverpool.
and Guardiola.
Scored by Mo Salah. Thank fuck, he scored a goal.
Manchester City, I think he almost had his farewell on City's last home game, so he stays on the bench for now.
How many goals has Anthony scored for Manchester United this season?
It's not a bad one, and great goalkeeping from Ederson. Just palm that away.
Yep, Mo Salah scores for Liverpool.
Really making a run into the 6-yard box there. Good goalkeeping from the Brazilian.
And Prem goals.
Intact, it's fantastic play.
Oh, that's an alright finish. It deflected off someone. He has scored no Premier League goals this season. So, as I said, he is 3 goals away from a hat-trick. He's 7 Ballon d'Ors away from Messi, and he is 28 goals behind. No, 29 goals behind Mo Salah. He is the GOAT.
So the Belgian veteran looks to be making his final appearance for Manchester City in this one. He's not quite entered the field of play just yet. As to keep the ball on the line and flick it backwards. Given away of the American Gonzalez. Just perhaps roughed him up a little bit too much. Echeverry is going to come on as well. Echeverry, I should say. He made his
Fine, we've got someone in the stream again.
in that FA Cup final. One of the more controversial substitutions made by Guardiola in that one, but I thought he looked fairly lively in the bits that I watched from Manchester City's number 30. He could well be part of the new generation coming in from the old. So it's the experience versus the youth. These two substitutions were in a very ow. Next goes out of play. For the moment, though, Fulham on the ball, long ball forward from Iwobi. Won't find a teammate. In fact, it'll only find goalkeeper in Ederson. Going to take his time and pick this one up after Jimenez lumbers forward in somewhat of a half press there. It's rolled out towards Akanji. He's got options ahead of him. One of those being Guardiola, who plays a lovely incisive ball in the field towards Gonzalez. Now finding Guardiola as well. This is a lovely Man City move, and it's now Savinho. He's got Haaland peeling in towards him.
There's no one here.
Inside.
Right.
He should be hitting that
I'm gonna
first
stand
time.
back in.
Takes an extra touch. By the time he does that, he's too close to the byline, which then means
Check
that
it
it's
up
easy
there
enough.
then. Nice. Salah on 7. I'm on
Defenders get back.
52.
Haaland has to hold his run. In the end, it's poor play, I think, from
Nice.
Brazilian.
I should go to Foden. Foden's on the penalty spot, changing his arms out, waving at him. The amount of times City today have just not been on it with cutbacks, players that should have the ball that don't. Erling Haaland's coming off. His last contribution was a penalty. And Gundogan also coming on.
Roger and Jovi's coming on.
Races across. You've
2-1 Arsenal.
So an emotional from the away end at Craven Cottage, going the way of their assist talisman, really, in Kevin De Bruyne. Arsenal
De Bruyne coming on for the last 5 minutes. 3-1 at West Ham. Kudos for the goal.
Lead away at Tottenham to 3 goals to 1.
Odegaard with the goal for Arsenal.
Echeverry and De Bruyne coming on. Gundogan leaving the field. Another player who, as I've mentioned, his future is uncertain. He looks the more likely to stay of many. Those golden generation Manchester City players. Some banners being shown. We have support for Manchester City's
Final 5 minutes of the season. De Bruyne coming on for his final 5 minutes as a Manchester City player.
His regular duties in the middle of the park for one final time. Sasha Lukic has also been replaced for Fulham in a fairly less emotional substitution. And Sander Berge goes on the field of play to replace him. 5 minutes to go, and it's still Fulham 0.
Let's go, you're back.
2.
For the final 5 minutes of the season.
It's gone long.
In the last 10 to 15 minutes of the stream. Because I will be going in it very shortly.
Instead, it will be
Here come Palace though.
And De Bruyne sweeping up as he's done time and time again.
3-2 to Liverpool.
His shirt goes backwards.
What's the score? It is 2-0 Man City. We scored about 5 minutes ago. 5-10 minutes ago. I don't really know what it was.
You have to say it would be at this stage of the game. Long ball forward though towards Foden. It's a fantastic touch. It's actually Savinho bringing that ball down. A great challenge comes in though from Anderson. Now it is Foden getting the better of his man in Robinson. Robinson though, second opportunity, wins the ball back and feeds it towards the feet of Anderson. He then clears out the play. Foden unable to get round his man. This time of asking to come out play for a City throw it. It's Nunes to take it. It's again, it's really starting to peter out, you have to say, at Craven Cottage. Inside, really desperate to try throw bodies forward. It is more of just a final serenade for Kevin De Bruyne. In his final
3 minutes to go. Last 3 minutes of the game. And the last 3 minutes for Kevin De Bruyne as a Manchester City player.
Yes, I mean, City will now look to get De Bruyne a goal, won't they? If they can do anything for 4 minutes, it's to get their playmaker one final send-off, which he more than deserved, let's be honest.
Absolutely. Bernardo Silva now combining with Nunes. Infield now towards Foden. It's a difficult ball for him to bring down, and he doesn't do it well. In fact, the Emile Smith Rowe brings it down. Scarpa's away from 1, then 2, then feeds it back towards Anderson. Here is Iwobi now. Foden contract with his defensive duties, just marshalling the Nigerian.
2.5 minutes to go. 5 minutes added on in the Liverpool game. I don't think there'll be much added on this. I think, I don't know. You won. Not really a debate. No. Yeah. I mean, I did say that when we scored our second. I said it was game over. I didn't. I said I don't see Fulham coming back from this. 2-0 United. Oh. 2-0 Leicester. Semenya with 2. Wait. Let's go. One of my players in my team got an assist. Oh, Stan. It's 3-1 Brighton against Spurs. Ouch. Yeah, but no need to worry about it. You won a European trophy.
Iwobi cutting in field now to take on his man. Foden does get the better of him. Foden lunging in. Comically.
We win it. No, it's 3-1 Brighton.
Kick to the cottages. City have doubled their advantage to Aston Villa. Just have another look towards the table now to see what that means. Fulham taking their corner short though, so interrupted for the moment. Smith Rowe now Sessegnon feeding it in towards Smith Rowe. Can he cut the ball back? He can.
1 minute and 10
McDonald
seconds to go.
forward by Tete. They're all complaining for a penalty kick. Tete's chasing the referee downfield with his arms outstretched.
I'm gonna
Referee
kill myself now. Stan, you'll be fine.
not to
Won a
silence
European
Tete,
trophy.
to his earpiece monitor.
It's
The moment
not.
will go on.
Arsenal can say they won a European trophy.
Fuck. Bro, women's team did win a European trophy. Fuck's sake.
Momentarily as Iwobi coming forward into Smith Rowe now backwards.
Oh, very risky from Alisson to come out that far.
Fulham with a little bit of possession for the moment now with Robinson. Again, he's trying
But
to put
yeah,
a
if
safe
you
ball towards
won
Smith
European
Rowe. This
trophy,
time
you'd be
City
fine.
applies to it. Foden cuts it out, and now it's De Bruyne. He's squaring up with Sanderberg, trying to go around his man. Just been held up for the moment. Looks as though City happy to
Long
recycle
throw from Alisson down to
possession.
Slovenia.
As we look to the table,
De Bruyne.
Aston Villa will now drop out of the
Claude
Champions
Jones
League
Evie.
races, despite Newcastle also losing.
I swear Arsenal are such an overrated team.
Wiped away by the VAR. It was off of Ruben Diaz's hand.
The one thing people really hate about Arsenal is their fans, which I really agree with. They're some of the stupidest fans around there. I can't say much because Man City fans are pretty dumb as well.
Manchester City once again looking to recycle possession just to perhaps see things out. It looks as though Brighton have scored a fourth goal potentially. Very moment.
Whoa. Am I hearing this correctly? Am I hearing this correctly? I'm sorry, but if I hear that Brighton, like how so many people at school who supporting Arsenal for the sake of supporting them. Yeah, that's pretty true. Stan, it's 4-1 Brighton. Ouch.
We'll finish on 84 points. Arsenal beating Southampton. We'll finish on 74. Then it's Manchester City leading in Arsenal 2-0.
4 minutes added on. Last 4 minutes for Kevin De Bruyne.
Then Forest, despite all those three teams.
Please, Kevin, get a goal. Get a goal.
Newcastle and Chelsea to secure themselves.
Be the perfect send-off.
Champions League football on the final day of the season.
Oh, and Palace is scoring.
City, Arsenal, and of course Liverpool as well. With Villa taking the Europa League place and Nottingham Forest still after a very impressive season, despite their slight dip in form towards the end, finish 7th and play in the Europa Conference League places.
Stan, I know it's sad times.
At the moment, though, Manchester City
I mean, we did lose to Brighton and drew to them. But that was when we played them at our ground. That was when we scored that banger of a goal. Back to normal again. Yeah, I'll see you lot playing the same way next season. I see what Spurs getting quite far in a trophy though. Losing every single fucking game. Yeah, but you still beat us 4-0 on our ground.
Have been very effective, I think, especially since the introduction of Emil Smith Rowe. He's often peeled off from the central position to the left and combining well with Robinson. Sometimes Sessegnon is drifting all the way from right back to
As it stands, I'm ending Premier League and no FPL League with 54 points.
But obviously a little bit too little, too late for them. It's finished between Wolves and Brentford, 1-1 between those two sides. All the other games will be drawing to a conclusion. It looks as though that we aren't going to have any last-minute shockers. Of course, Manchester United beating Aston Villa 2-0 really just seems to be the big fixture of the day. As is Nottingham Forest losing at home to Chelsea. Ederson is down for the moment, which will concern a fair few City players.
For Wolves and Brentford have ended. Liverpool and Palace have ended. We have 1 more minute left in this game. Southampton and Arsenal still playing. They've been going for 8 minutes according to that. What the fuck? I've just seen a Cosmic Dungeon Crawlers game for. What? That's crazy.
Goals at the end of the season. Sadly, went from here. City did their job, but Villa.
Someone's down here for Fulham, I think. Leicester and Bournemouth finished. Spurs and Brighton finished. Oh, that's a not a good way for Leicester to sign off with another loss.
Noisy neighbours in Manchester United. You can really see the difference in what it means to react to a poor season. Because I mean, yes, Manchester City are much better.
Play has resumed.
Local rivals in United, but they both suffered at points. But the fact that Manchester City have guaranteed Champions League football, they've guaranteed that money in that transfer.
Well,
whereas you look to Manchester United,
that's it. We've confirmed Champions League football next season. Let's go. More European nights. Yeah. Let's actually try and get far in the Champions League next season, but Seth getting knocked out by fucking Real Madrid again. I don't want to play Real Madrid anymore. Because like, they've got fucking Xavi Alonso now as their manager, plus all the other stuff they could do next season, like all the big players they can bring in. I don't want to play them anymore. Especially now because they've had fucking Mbappe. Like, he's been putting on numbers all season. But we are in the final few minutes of this game. 94 minutes gone.
Chance here for a strike. It's saved well by the goalkeeper. And, well, from being down on the floor, he's got back to his feet and caught with a vital intervention there. I'm sure that probably hasn't helped his cause very much. But it's a good opportunity for Fulham right to the death, but a good stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hit with any conviction, which if it is, it's a goal. But Edison has done his job, gets down to his right, commanding palm away. That's the best thing about it. There's no issue for him to end up coming on the rebound.
Oh, when are we blowing the whistle here, ref? What's going on there? Okay, now.
A rare clean sheet for them in terms of Man City's big issue this year. We're keeping teams out at the back, which would already cost them before they could build the platform.
Bruyne on the ball.
Edison's had a good game, deserved his clean sheet. Might have one final chance here for De Bruyne to get a goal.
Potentially so, going to feed one through, but that's not quite like the De Bruyne of old, and it's cut out well at the back by Anderson, fed into the feet.
Goal kick to Man City now. Should be getting in the game. We're about to hit 2 hours on the stream.
The allocated additional time. Quite sure what the referee's seeing in this one. But it's a good ball forward for Sessegnon now. Chance to put one into the box. Loses footing almost, then dinks one backwards. Jimenez with a bicycle kick, and it's over behind for a goal kick, which I believe the referee is going to allow Edison.
There we go. Season finished. Full-time Manchester City 2, Fulham 0. And that is the 24-25 season finished. Not the best season I've ever seen. Well, at least we finished third. That was higher than I expected us to finish, like, during November and all that. Because, fucking hell, did you see us in November? November, December. Oh my god, I actually wanted to kill myself. But good way to end the season. Just a bit disappointed with the Palace defeat, but they were the better team on the day. Still think Henderson should have been sent off. But except for that, we've had a good season. Except for November, December times, and all between that, getting knocked out quite early of the Champions League. But last few games of the season was alright. But yeah. 2-0 win. We don't play for another month now. We finish the season third, of course. We get Champions League again for like the 13th season in a row. We go again next month because we've got the Club World Cup next month. But except for that, there's not really much for me to talk about. Let me quickly run over the final scores and I will get going. And honestly, I will be back here again, hopefully tonight, with NXT Battleground Watch Along. So, full times in the Premier League. Bournemouth 2, Leicester 0. Manchester City 2, Fulham 0. West Ham 3, Ipswich Town 1. Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 1. 99th minute, Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 0. Newcastle 0, Everton 1. That's a good way for Everton to sign off the season. 99th minute, Chelsea 1, Forest 0. So I think Chelsea have gone Champions League. Arsenal 2, Southampton 1. Spurs 1, Brighton 4. And Wolves 1, Brentford 1. Good way to end off the season with another win, another clean sheet, and getting Mr. Erling Haaland on the score sheets for the first time since March. So it's a tough season, but yeah, we finished the season off with 71 points, 21 wins. I think 8 draws, 9 losses. Not bad indeed. Right, I'm gonna get going, and I will see you lot at 12 a.m. tomorrow night for Manchester City. What am I about? For NXT Battleground. And I will be doing a watch along with my mate Harley, who was on the stream earlier. So, Stan, I'll see you later. But for everyone, thank you for watching the stream, and I will be hopefully back tonight for NXT Battleground.